Now I can finally trash an airline too. Here comes the worst business class of Qatar Airways, the airline that loves to talk about itself in superlatives. While for some fellow YouTubers just a mint leaf placed wrongly gives enough reason to trash an airline, my understanding of mishaps normally goes a long way, as you know. But is it enough here, or do I finally have reason for endless complaints? We start in Doha with a visit to the fabulous Qatar lounges before jumping into the cold waters of Qatar's Boeing 737 Max. Join me on this dark flight from Doha to Salalah in Oman. Right at the start, meet my luggage sponsor. On this flight, I was traveling with the beautiful luggage of Level 8, and you can buy it with at least 15% discount through my link. Among many great bags and travel accessories that Level 8 offers, I'm especially impressed by the aluminum carry-on, which is not only very stylish but also really sturdy, and it moves like a safe on gentle wheels. It's also nicely lined and well equipped inside with removable partitions, and the large Voyageur suitcase with a layout that makes packing easy has in the meantime survived quite a lot of flights with me and arrived safely in Salalah too. I left the airport with both heavily packed suitcases in one hand. That's just how easy they are to handle. In November there's even a 20% discount, and you can find the link and discount code in the video description. Walking through the whole airport is quite an adventure, and it's quite big. From south to north or north to south, it's as far as it sounds. There's also trains going inside the terminal that looks pretty futuristic, but you can also walk. I did walk, and I can also really use the walking when it comes to the calories. After a restaurant flight from Germany to Qatar, we're heading now to the great Qatar Airways lounges in Doha before our onward flight to Salalah. Unfortunately, my visits to the Murjan and Safwa lounges are always a caloric disaster at any time of the day or night, and it's difficult to explain them with pure survival instincts. With the new garden wing, everything at Doha Airport is now even a bit more stylish, with an additional new Murjan lounge there too. All about that comes in a separate report here at Travel Sing Fly. So now we're gonna board the plane in a moment, and we're on an outside gate, and here it's very special because you're not boarding first as business class passenger in this case, but as last. So the business class bus, they have a dedicated bus. The business class bus goes to the plane as the last bus. You just board the plane and then leave. Makes so much sense. And inside we have air conditioning, and outside it's super hot and super humid after midnight. Crazy. Qatar Airways advertises its business class almost exclusively with the really great QSuite, first in business, although they have installed significantly inferior seats on a big part of their fleet. On their narrow-body planes it gets of course even less elegant, but it's all currently topped in a bad way by the new Boeing 737Max8s, which were built for S7 Airlines and could not be delivered due to the sanctions on Russia. So when they were probably suddenly offered as a great bargain, Qatar Airways was there, took them and put them into service right away without first adjusting the seats to suit their own quality standards. But now let's board first. So here we're sitting on Qatar purple colored seats of Siberian S7 Airlines. The seats are wide, and I still seem happy after drinking a lot of champagne in the lounge, but you won't get the level of comfort that the competition in the area and also Qatar Airways itself offers on other planes. And here we are in the Boeing 737 Max of Qatar Airways, and this is actually my first regional flight with Qatar Airways in a small plane, in a small body plane. And if you think you heard the name of Boeing 737 Max already, yes, that's the aircraft that crashed with Ethiopian Airlines and also with Lion Air because there was a failure of the computer system. Then the whole aircraft type was like grounded, and they did a complete change of the systems, and they say it's good now. With 2 rows of 2 seats on each side, our plane has 8 seats in business class. Qatar Airways also advertises great live flat seats on their narrowbody fleet, but you should know that they're only installed on some Airbus A320s. So, and we're heading to the runway already. Up on boarding we got greeted with a welcome drink and everybody had like orange juice, water or buttermilk, so I opted for some lemon mint juice. I didn't want to ask for champagne, so maybe they don't have it. But they do that in a moment. And then they have no TVs on board. You don't have your personal TV screen. No, you don't. Originally intended for S7 Airlines, the current seats on this Qatar Airways plane do not have any TV screens installed. Tablets are supposed to be handed out, but that did not happen. I was just about to make a little fun about that they don't have, of course, like the amazing service that they would have on long-haul flights. And in that second, when I wanted to say that, they handed out the menus, and they have the big wine menu and also quite a big food menu for this short flight. They have a proper wine menu. I'm really shocked. If you like this and the well over 100 flight and travel reports on the 2 Traversing Flight channels, then please give me a thumbs up, comment on the video and subscribe to the channel with the little bell next to it to make sure that you don't miss out on any of the exciting videos that are released here. You'll help the channel with all its free content to grow and become more visible. Keep looking around Traversing Fly. There's for sure a few more reports that are just the right ones for you. It's so great to have you here. Shaking ourselves up onto cruising altitude, and they just took the orders, and you know it's now 1 a.m. 1 in the morning, and we're gonna have some dinner now, or is it breakfast? Anyway, we're gonna have appetizer, then there's 4 different kinds of main dishes and 2 different kinds of dessert, and then there's the full wine list with 3 white and red wines, 2 kinds of champagne, 9 cocktails, and also, by the way, 5 mocktails and all that. So that's very impressive. Actually, that's crazy on a 2-hour flight. So, cheers to Jenny. So I made a little mistake when ordering. They asked what I would like to eat, and I chose one of the 4 main courses, and I didn't think about that. Of course, they cannot serve all the courses, appetizer and dessert and main course. So they just served this now. What I actually don't want to eat, that's cooked salmon already. I mean, it looks very nice, but I was more into the appetizer only. But I'll manage. Well, a short flight of 2 hours in the middle of the night is more or less climbing, eating, going down again and landing. How was it now altogether? Well, this is clearly the worst business class of Qatar Airways. That's very clear. But then when it comes to catering, this is just phenomenal. The crew did the best. They did everything in 2 hours. I mean, I managed to have 2 courses, and I could have had also a 3rd one if I had asked for it. And they have all the nice beverages and good food, so the quality of that is really good. I would not maybe pay only for this flight the extra amount, because I mean it's just not worth it. But of course, You also have the lounge included, and you get nice champagne on board and good drinks and good quality food. And mostly when you come from abroad, from Europe or beyond, United States, etc., then the little connecting flight is included anyway in the business class ticket. So, but it was really interesting to see. I finally got to see the worst business class of Qatar Airways, and it's clearly inferior to the competition in the Middle East. Really interesting. So we bumped onto Salalah airport and we had a very fast braking experience here. I don't know how short the runway is. I hope you really enjoyed this report, and what you should really not miss is this report here. Watch it right away. See you again very soon here at Travel, Sing, Fly.